女士们、先生们，上午好。
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
今天我们举行
Welcome
推动高
to
质
this
量
press
发展
conference in
系
a
列
series
主题
promoting
新闻发
high-quality
布会的第
development
11场，
held by the State Council Information
请
Office.
辽宁省委
We
副
are
书记
pleased to have
省
invited
长
Mr. 李
李
Lecheng,
乐成先生
Deputy Secretary
为
of
大家
the
介绍
CPC
以跟
Liaoning
更大
Provincial
担
Committee
当
and
和
Governor
作
of
为
Liaoning Province
谱
to
写
brief
辽
you
宁
on writing a new
全
chapter
面
in
振
Liaoning's
兴
full
新篇章
revitalization
的情
with
况，
greater responsibility
并回
and
答各位
efforts.
关心的
He
问
will
题。
also answer your questions.
与李省长一
Also
起出
present
席
today
新闻发布会的还有
Are
辽宁省委常委、常务副省长王健先生，
Mr. Wang Jian,
省委常委、副省长张丽林先
Vice
生，
Governor of the Liaoning Province,
副省
and
长
Vice
高
Governor
涛先生。
Mr. Gao Tao and Vice
下面
Governor
我们先
Mr.
请
Zhang
李
Lilin.
乐成先生介绍情
Now
况。
I'll give the floor to Mr. Li
尊
Lecheng
敬
for
的
his
各位媒体朋
introduction.
友、女士们、
Dear friends
先
from
生
the
们，
media,
大家
ladies and
上午好。
gentlemen, good morning.
首先，我代
First of
表辽
all,
宁省委、
On
省人
behalf
民政府
of the
和
Liaoning
省人
Provincial
民
Party Committee
对
and
大
the
家长
the
期以
provincial
来
government and the
给予
people of
辽
Liaoning,
宁振
I
兴
would
发
like
展
to express my
关心
heartfelt thanks
关注
to you
和
for your
大力
long-term
支
care
持
and
表
support
示衷心的感
for
谢。
the revitalization of
习
Liaoning.
近平总书记
General
始终对
Secretary
辽
Xi
宁
Jinping
振兴发
has
展
paid
高
high
度重视
attention to Liaoning's
多次
development
亲临辽宁
and
考察。
paid several inspection
3次
tours to
主持召
Liaoning.
开
He has chaired
推进
3
东北
seminars
全面
on the
振兴发展座
revitalization
谈会，
of the Northeast region,
为东北和辽宁
chartering the
全面
courses
振兴
for the
多
full
发展
revitalization of Liaoning as well as
我们
other
牢记
parts
祖
of the
国
Northeast
完整
region.
准
Bear in
确
mind
全面
instructions
贯彻
of
新发展
General
理念
Secretary Xi Jinping, we have
牢牢
accurately,
把握
fully and
高质
faithfully
量发
carried out
展
a new
这个
development
首要任务
philosophy, making
和
high-quality
构建
development
新
as
发展
our
格
top
局
priority
这个
and
战略
building a
任
new
务，
development pattern
坚决
as the
啃牢
strategic
维
task.
护国家
We have firmly
国防安
undertaken
全
the political mission
粮
of
食安全
safeguarding the national
生态安
security
全
in terms of
能源安全
national defense,
和产业
grains,
安全
ecology,
真实
energy,
责任
and industries.
抢抓
We
14
managed
国
to
后3
seize the
年
last 3
重要
years
宽
of the
口期
40th five-year plan,
分解实施
vigorously
全面振
executing the
兴新突
3-year
破
plan
3
for
年行
achieving
动
breakthroughs all-round
2023
revitalization. In the
辽
year
宁地区
2023,
生产总值
Liaoning's
增
GDP
长
grew by
5.3%
5.3%,
10年来首次
higher
超
than the
过
national
全国增速
average for the first time
经济
in
总
the
量
last decade,
占上
with a
300
total
亿
economic
元
output
今年
totaling
一季
3
度
trillion yuan in the
辽
first
宁
quarter
经
this
济社
year.
会发展延续了
The
去年以
province's
来的
economic and
良好
social
态势
development has kept
地区
last
生
year's
产
good
总值
momentum,
增
with the
长
regional GDP growing
5.4%
at
高质量
5.4%.
发展呈现
We have
出
witnessed more
更
resilient,
强的运行
vigorous,
活力
and
和
creative
创造力
high-quality development.
为深越贯彻
To
党中央决
implement
策
the
部署
decisions and arrangements of the
加快推动
CPC
高质
Central
量发展
Committee, boost
加快
high-quality
打造新
development,
生产力
and foster the new
省
quality
委
productive
提出
forces,
打
the
造
CPC
新时
Liaoning
代
Provincial
6D
Committee
的
has
目
made
标定位
upgrading Liaoning in 6
要经
aspects
过不懈
as the
奋斗
targets in the new
努力
area,
把辽
building
宁
itself
打造成
into a major strategic
国家重大战略
support
支撑地
for the country,
重大技术创
major
新
source
可远
of
地
technological
具有
innovation,
国际竞
hub
争力的
for
先
advanced
进制造业
manufacturing
新高度
with international ages,
现代化大农业发展
leader
先
of
行地
modern agriculture,
高品质文体
demonstration
旅
zone
融合发展
for
示范
high-quality integration of culture,
东北
sports,
亚
and tourism,
开放合作
at a key
新
hub
纽地
for opening up
我
and
们将
cooperation in
立
the
足
Northeast
新的
Asia.
历史起点
At a new historical
坚持
starting point,
把打
we
造
will
这
make
六
our
地
efforts in
作
these
为
6
推动
aspects
高质量发展
as the
的
path
实
of
践路
achieving
径
high-quality
重振
development.
共和国展翅
Rejuvenate
雄
the
风
eldest son
让
of the
老
Republic
工业基
and
地
remake the
再发
glory
辉煌
of the old industrial
一世
base.
代发展新
First,
质生产力上
taking the
奋
lead
勇争
in
先
boosting new quality
今
productive
年
forces.
央视春晚
In this year's
沈阳
Spring
峰会
Festival
上
Gala at the
在我
Shenyang
们
branch
辽宁
venue,
生产的航空
industrial
母舰
and scientific symbols of
战斗机
Liaoning, such as
工业
the
机器人
aircraft carrier,
芯片
jet
等
fighters,
产业和
industrial
科技
robots
要
and
素
computer
逐
chips
一
which
亮
were
相
manufactured
向全
in
国人民
Liaoning caught
展现了
nationwide
辽宁的产业实
attention.
力和科技魅力。我们依托科
Making
教
full
资源优
use
势，
of the advantages in science and technology, we will accelerate building of
区
a
域科技创新中
regional
心，
center of tech innovation with national competitiveness and focus on building 4 1 trillion yuan industrial bases,
优质特色
petroleum
生产
and
工
fine
业
chemicals,
这四
new
个
metallurgical
万亿级产业基
materials,
地
and high-quality
持续
consumer
做好
products.
结果调整
We
三
will
篇大文章，
take solid
也
steps
就
in
是
carrying out the
改造
three-pronged
身体
action
老字号
on structural
深度开
adjustments,
发
namely
原字号
reinvigorating the
培育
traditional
壮大
brands, developing the existing brands, and strengthening the emerging brands. In order to elevate the modernized industrial system to a higher level, we will take further steps to transform the ST innovation, the maximum variable, into the maximum increment for high-quality development. Second, making breakthroughs in deepening reform. In boosting the high-quality development, we take the improvement of business environment as the first essential step to deepen reform across the board. Thanks to the improving business environment in Liaoning, all sorts of enterprises, including those directly under the central government, the private ones and foreign investor ones, have further strengthened their presence in Liaoning. Last year, investment in key projects by enterprises directly under the central government and their local partners totaled 1.3 trillion yuan, while Hujian Aramco Fine Chemicals and Raw Materials Project, jointly witnessed by the heads of states of China and Saudi Arabia, and Xudapu Nuclear Power Station, jointly witnessed by heads of states of China and Russia, and other projects have speeded up construction. Liaoning never stops its steps forward in reform and opening up. We will put more convenient and practical measures to attract friends from around the world, so that all sorts of businesses and people will feel our eagerness and hospitality. Believing that the northern region, which is to the east of Shanghai, Guan Pass, is sure to be revitalized. Thirdly, committed to green development while fostering more advantages. We will intensify efforts in pollution prevention and treatment, ecological recovery, and low-carbon transition in a sustainable manner. We will take a holistic approach in pushing forward the systematic governance of mountains, rivers, forests, farmlands, lakes, grasslands, and deserts, making Liaoning's diverse environment more beautiful and harmonious. As we are deeply engaged in renovating the traditional industries with green, low-carbon, and smart technologies, the installment of non-fossil fuel power generators reached about 50% in last year. We believe that more and more clean energy will be put into service in Liaoning in the near future. Fourth, taking active measures to further improve the people's well-being. Last year, we took the national lead in renovating and rebuilding dilapidated districts in terms of scope and scale. In the last 3 years, Liaoning has the first place by the most constructing mini parks. Each and every household enjoys happiness substantially in their houses in their natural environment. Focusing on the elderly and children, we have taken steps to gradually lower the cost of education, medical care, and the elderly services. Children will grow up happily. Every city in Liaoning is connected by high-speed trains, while every county has access to expressways on weekends. You can go to any city in Liaoning to have a wonderful tour. As the CBA playoffs have been started, basketball fans are welcome to Liaoning for the excitement of matches. In one word, even the tiniest thing of our people will be regarded as our top priority. We will introduce more projects to further improve people's well-being, laying a more solid foundation for the happiness of our people. And that's the introduction. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Governor. Now questions, please. Please identify yourself before asking questions.
经济日报记者提问：刚才李省长介绍，去年辽宁经济增速达到了5.3%。
Just now, Governor Li introduced that Liaoning's economic growth rate reached 5.3% last year, which was higher than the national average for the first time in 10 years. What do you think is the driving force behind this? And can Liaoning continue to maintain this upward trend?
非常感谢您的提问。
Thank you very much for your question. The achievements rely on the strong leadership and care of the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core and the strong support of all sectors of the society. The driving force comes from the implementation of a new round of support policies for the comprehensive revitalization of the Northeast region by the CPC Central Committee. We have thoroughly implemented the decisions of the CPC Central Committee and the State Council. We have made new breakthroughs, and we have implemented a package of supporting policies, such as those in the opinions on several policies and measures to further promote the comprehensive revitalization of Northeast China in a new era. We have introduced a series of measures to stabilize the economy and consolidate the growth momentum according to the situation, translating the policies into true growth. The key and it lies in our advantages and features. We have a full range of industries and advantages in industries. Liaoning, and we have 40 of the 41 major industry categories of the national economy in Liaoning, 197 of the 207 industrial types in Liaoning. We have a full branch of gigantic equipment for major countries like the aircraft carriers, the fighters, fighter jets, and so on. We have sound transportation network for railways and highways. We also have Dalian, Jinzhou, and other 6 important ports. We are an important node of the Belt and Road Initiative, an important gateway connecting the Eurasian land bridge. And we are also rich in scientific and educational resources, with 114 colleges and universities and concentrated large institutes, bringing driving force for Liaoning's ST innovation. And the key to revitalization lies in the people, in the improvement of the cadres and people of Liaoning in terms of entrepreneurship. And for the tiniest thing, we have promoted institutional innovation. We had more than 114 billion yuan of concessional tax and benefiting 11 billion enterprises. The costs of operation for the enterprises has been lowered. Now we have and the people have worked to design their minds. Now people have worked to design their minds and to do at their hands, generating more energy of doing work. The people's initiative, enthusiasm, and creativity were generated. The realization of comprehensive revitalization will be more lasting with deeper confidence. Thank you. Next question, please. As an important industrial base, what are the future considerations and deployments of Liaoning in developing new quality productivity? Thank you for the question. A very good question. Just now, I mentioned in my opening remarks that Liaoning will strive to take the lead in the development of new quality productive forces. Your question gives me opportunity to expound on it. We will strengthen the driving force. That is the ST innovation. We will promote the building of key laboratory clusters and basic science centers, building the Liaoning laboratory, promote the forward analysis of large scientific devices, and lay a firm base for ST innovation. We will promote exchanges between universities, institutions, and technology-based enterprises to achieve integrated development of the ST industry. We will also carry out research in key areas to solve the bottlenecks, and still develop a new steel for marine equipment in extremely cold environments, realizing the 3 world premieres of products and 6 products domestic premiere. The company has provided material supply for the world's first ultra-deep water training platform, Blue Whale 1, and other major marine projects. We will continue our efforts to achieve more original and disruptive ST innovation, providing Liaoning's strength in guaranteeing national industrial security. We will improve and strengthen the real economy. When it comes to Liaoning's industry, you may think of the first domestic aircraft carrier aircraft, and wind tunnel compressor, shield machine, and other inspiring gigantic equipment of a major country. At the same time, if you use China-made phones, then your phone camera motor has a 90% chance of being produced in Liaoning. On this, Liaoning is currently ranked first in the country and second in the world. Liaoning not only made the gigantic equipment, but is also home to many visible champions. We adhere to the guidance of high-end upgrading of traditional industries and industrialization of cutting-edge technologies, focusing on directions such as digital intelligence and green development to see to it that the traditional industries upgrade the chain. We will comprehensively deepen the reform, and we will reform together innovation factors with higher efficiency, carry out major technological innovation, validation, and major innovation applications in an integrated manner, open up the two veins of innovation and application, and let more scientific research results go from the paper to the market. For example, we supported enterprises directly under the central government to introduce an open competition mechanism to select the best candidates for ST research to lower carbon emission. The comprehensive energy consumption of steel per ton was reduced by 1.9% and labor costs lowered by 43.6%. We have also saved tens of millions of yuan in foreign software licensing costs. We will continue to adjust the layout structure of the state-owned economy so that more seed enterprises can play a major role in the main battlefield of breaking hindrances and making new ground. Thank you. Next question, please.
谢谢主持人，北京青年报记者想问一个有关于人才的问题。
About
那我们
tenants.
注意到，2023年辽宁是一举扭转了连续11年人口省级净流出的局面，人口的净流入
Liaoning
达到
Province
了
reversed
8.6
its
万人。
11-year
想
net
问一下，在
population
引进
outflow
人
with
才
a
和
net
留
inflow
住
of
人才方面，辽宁
86,000
都做
people.
了
My
哪些
question
工
is,
作？
what are
有什
some
么
measures
具
and
体的计
plans
划
of
和举
Liaoning
措？
Province in introducing and keeping talent? Thank you for your question. Thank you very much for your attention to the comprehensive revitalization of Liaoning, especially the development of talent. The change in our talent inflow was mentioned by you. This is the first time in 11 years. There was an inflow of 86,000 people. It's not a large number, but it's a qualitative change that is worth noting, which reflects Liaoning's economic, industrial, and environmental development as well as vitality. It also speaks to one fact, which is that your daily observations also reflect a notable change in the expectation of others for Liaoning. Talent is the top-order resource. Over the years, focusing on the 3-year action for progress and comprehensive revitalization, we have promoted high-quality development, further incentivized innovation vitality, created more jobs, and expanded the talent pool. At the same time, we have also worked faster on upgrading the business environment as an important fulcrum, strive to create a market-oriented, law-based, and internationalized business environment, attract more investment, have more business settle down, and become a magnet for talent. Over the years, we have been having more business entities with greater vitality. At the same time, we continued to optimize talent policy as a concrete measure of support. Implementation of the strategy to build our strength in talent is one of the 50 key tasks in 10 areas of new progress. Prioritizing talent development, we continue to optimize the talent environment and enhance our appeal. The strong scientific resources that we have was mentioned in the opening remarks. Last year, the province added 6 academicians from CAS and CAE, bringing the total to 61. And 4,387 people with PhD or senior professional titles were introduced on a full-time basis, an increase of 77% year-on-year. 401,000 college graduates were introduced, up by 20.8% year-on-year. This provides a solid talent support for initial success in the 3-year campaign for new progress in comprehensive revitalization, and also speaks to the fruits of our talent-oriented policies. We will focus on building our strength in talent, work to build an international talent hub facing Northeast Asia, and attract more talent from all sectors to come to Liaoning, stay in Liaoning, and also thrive in Liaoning. We will implement the talent plan for Liaoning's revitalization education in creative ways, continue the action to attract and keep millions of students in Liaoning, further deepen institutional reform of talent development, implement incentive, subsidy, housing, children's education, medical services, and other policies, and through tangible care from Liaoning, enable them to pursue career, forge attachments, and build a life. Thank you.
谢谢主持人。科技日报记者提问：刚才介绍到了辽宁省有114所高校大所，还有61位院士，科教资源非常的丰富。
It was said that Liaoning is rich in science and education resources with a number of academicians as well as high caliber talent. How do you plan to turn such an advantage into an edge in development?
好，这是一个很好的问题啊。
That is a very good question. The key to high-quality development, Liaoning, lies in innovation. Aiming to become a major source of technological innovation, we will focus on creating a regional science-tech innovation center with national influence, advance both science-tech and institutional innovation in parallel, develop new quality productive forces based on local conditions, strive to open up new fields and new tracks, and build a modern industrial system with Liaoning characteristics so as to strive to transform our advantages in research and education resources into a sure avenue to revitalization and development. And we will focus on the following areas. First, coordinating the development of innovation system and cementing the framework for science-tech innovation. We will promote the development of Shenyang Hunan Science and Technology City, Dalian Yinggeshi Science City, and Shenfu Science and Technology Innovation Park to build a regional science and technology innovation high ground. We will systematically deploy strategic science-tech capacity and strive to have more state-level innovation platforms in Liaoning. So far, 11 national key laboratories were newly approved across the country. We will set up and operate 4 provincial laboratories with new institutional setups and explore a new model for the development of major innovation platforms. This year in 2024, focusing on industrial cluster development, we will build 20 key provincial laboratory clusters for deeper integration between science-tech and industrial innovation. Second, promoting self-reliance in high-tech and enhancing research in key and core technologies. We will support leading businesses in spearheading the formation of innovation consortiums. We will carry out key science-tech projects on high-end CNC machines, energy storage, and hydrogen energy. And on chemistry, materials, energy, and other key fronts, we will strive for breakthroughs, which we have not had before. And on high-end equipment, new energy, IC equipment, and other fronts, we will also work to overcome bottlenecks. The CAP 1400 reactor, AGT 110 heavy-duty gas turbine, and heavy equipment and other heavy equipment were also born in Liaoning. Third, institutional reform for innovation to open up channels for the commercialization of science-tech findings and outcomes. We will further improve the service system for the commercialization of science-tech findings and enable more outcomes to roll from the lab into workshops, industrial chains, and into the market. Focusing on key areas, we will promote the building of 36 pilot bases so as to build a pilot provincial public service network covering the entire Liaoning Province, and create an intermediate station for the commercialization of science-tech outcomes. We will also cultivate more than 400 science-tech service providers, carry out professional and market-oriented roadshows to promote the commercialization and industrialization of science-tech outcomes. In 2023, the province's science-tech contracts totaled 130.83 billion yuan, up by 30.8% year-on-year. Fourth, cultivating and strengthening science-tech enterprises to invigorate innovation. We have been working very hard to cultivate SDRI science-tech enterprises and in particular will support businesses in leading the establishment of 600 substantive industry university research alliances and brought together more than 2,000 universities, research institutions, and key enterprises to carry out innovation collaboration. We will also carry out and organize special activities of science-tech specialists into enterprises and science-tech commissioners into villages to provide targeted services for industrial development. In 2023, the province's tech SMEs and high-end new tech enterprises grew by 50.5% and 16% respectively. And there were 1,029 new Eagle and Gazelle enterprises and 41 SDRI Little Giant enterprises. Liaoning's first unicorn startup was also born. As the governor mentioned, the biggest variable of science-tech innovation is becoming the biggest increment to promoting the high-quality development of Liaoning. I'll stop here. Thank you.
前排这位女士。
谢谢主持人。南方都市报恩视频记者提问：我们知道辽宁是能源大省，但也面临着一些较大的碳减排压力，同时也面临着环境污染等问题和挑战。那请问辽宁将如何推动能源结构的调整？
carbon emission and
pollution.
How can it achieve the green transition? Thank you for your question.
好，我来回答这个问题。正如这位记者朋友所说，辽宁作为重工业基地，能耗总量
As you said, Liaoning, as a heavy industrial base, has relatively large total energy consumption and intensity. The task of accelerating the green transition of the development mode is hard. In recent years, under the guidance of the idea that clean waters and green mountains are as valuable as silver and gold, we have been heading towards an integrated approach of carbon emission and pollution reduction, forestation, and economic growth, providing the comprehensive revitalization with a green basis. It is mainly reflected as follows. First, addressing carbon control and carbon reduction at the roots. With a high fossil fuel consumption, we accelerated the building of a clean energy province and present the province's clean energy installed capacity was improved, and we are endeavoring to build a clean energy province. Now, the clean energy installment accounted for about 48.5%, and before next year it will exceed 50%. And the end of the 40th five-year plan, the installed capacity of clean energy will account for 56.8%. When consolidating the foundation of energy supply security, we accelerate the building of smart grids, focusing on improving the acceptance of new types of energy, configuration, and regulation capabilities of the grids. And we are going to build four-pronged approaches in this regard, so as to ensure that the new energy can be delivered, supplied, and put into good use. In the process of building a clean energy province, we give full play to Liaoning's advantages in the field of energy equipment, energy research, and so forth. We will do a good job in hydrogen producing, storage, transportation, and application, strive to strengthen nuclear energy, power transmission and transformation, hydrogen, energy storage, and other energy equipment, and to build a full range of industrial chain, providing a full range of support for China's energy security. On the other hand, pursuing carbon reduction in terms of the stock, Liaoning's refining capacity ranks second in the country, and its iron and steel production capacity ranks the fourth. Petrochemicals and metallurgy and are Liaoning's comparative advantages, and which are also the focus of our carbon emission reduction efforts.
设备更新的
We will accelerate
加大冶金、石化等
the high-end, intelligent, and green transformation of metallurgy, petrochemical, and other manufacturing industries.
绿色化迈进。去年
Last year,
累计完成钢铁企业超低排放改造
in total, we have completed
537个，
537 key ultra-low emission transformation projects of key iron and steel enterprises. The refinement rate of chemical industry products in the province reached 46.2%, a year-on-year increase of 1.2 percentage points.
坚决遏制
At the same time, we will guard the threshold, resolutely curb the imprudent development of companies,
低碳转型，
and accelerate the energy saving transformation of construction, transportation, and make the industrial structure lighter, the economic form greener, and the quality of development better. Thank you. Next question, please.
谢谢。封面新闻记者提问：工业振兴是辽宁振兴不可或缺的
Industrial
前提。
revitalization is an indispensable prerequisite for Liaoning's revitalization. But traditional industries are highly resource dependent, and so how will Liaoning build a modern industrial system with its own characteristics and revitalize the old industrial base? Thank you for your question, and I'll answer your question. Industry is the lifeblood of Liaoning's economy. And the Liaoning's revitalization starts with industrial revitalization. In last year, we have witnessed a faster pace in promoting in industrial structure adjustment and upgrading. This year, Liaoning will make every effort to promote the high-end, intelligent, and green development of manufacturing industry, build a modernized industrial system with characteristics of Liaoning, and support the revitalization in the new era. We will mainly focus on the following aspects. First, structural adjustment. We will make cultivating key industrial clusters as an opportunity, accelerate the building of 4 trillion yuan industrial bases, carry out large-scale equipment renewal and technological transformation. We will promote the equipment manufacturing industry to shift to high-end one with new breakthroughs, stretch the petrochemical and fine chemical industry to the downstream of production, make new metallurgical materials industry more precise, and equip the consumer goods industry with high-quality characteristics. At the same time, we endeavor to develop integrated circuit equipment, biomedicine, and other emerging industries. We will make initial arrangements for other future industries, including the AI, cell therapy, and so forth. As the innovation, we will lead industrial upgrading and making breakthroughs in core technologies and carry out actions to strengthen our industrial chains in terms of resilience and competitiveness. This year, we will build 4 provincial innovation centers and promote the application and industrialization of key areas. We will strengthen the intelligence empowerment. We will promote the building of more than 20 5G plants and more than 10 5G plus industry, internet, pilot zones of integrated application. We have built more than 100 provincial industrial internet platforms, and we will make the global industry internet conference a success and carry out special actions for the digital empowerment for small and medium-sized enterprises. Green transition, we will strengthen the green and low-carbon development of industries, carry out carbon peak actions in the industries, promoting the petroleum, chemicals, steel, and construction and other areas green low-carbon transformation, and improve the efficiency of the industries, promote the compressive utilization of the resources, and improve the manufacturing system that is growing. Enterprise cultivation, we will strengthen the industrial enterprises scale that is above the designated scale, and improve our services for medium and small-sized enterprises. We will have 1,000 more innovation-driven medium and small-sized enterprises and 300 businesses with specialties. And that's my answer. Thank you.
感谢主持人。大家好，我来自辽宁广播电视台。我想提问一个关于农业方面的问题。我们都知道，我们辽宁的农产品的品类非常的丰富，
As we know, there are a
像
lot
山
of
东的草莓、大
categories
连的樱
of
桃和盘锦的
agricultural
河蟹。
products,
那想请
including
问，下一步
cherries
咱们辽宁将如何去
from
发
Dalian,
挥
strawberries
这
from
些
Dandong,
农
and
业资
crabs
源
from
丰富的优
Panjin?
势，
How will
推进
Liaoning
农
tap
业
into
高
its
质量
rich
发展？
agricultural resources and promote high quality agricultural development?
请我们王健同志来回答。
Thank you for your question.
来回答这个问题。我们通常讲啊，一方水土
As the
养一方
saying
人。
goes, different lands are home to different people, and they're also home to
辽宁
different
地处
specialties.
世界三大黑土地之一
Liaoning
的
is
东北
located
平原
in one of the three major black soil regions in the world, in the south of northeast China Plain. The province comprises 60% of mountains, 10% of waters, and 30% of arable land. It has a complete ecosystem with mountains, rivers, lakes, ocean, wetlands, and other natural features. The unique natural endowment and climatic conditions create a unique advantage for agriculture in Liaoning
全
Province.
省农产品品类齐全，品质
There's
上
a
乘，
full range
拥
of
有
high quality
众多知名的
agricultural
地理标志
produce,
品牌，
as
我们
well
铆
as
定
many well-known
打造
GIs,
现代化
setting
大
our
农业发
sight
展
to becoming a
先行地
pioneer in the development
加
of
快建
modern
设
large-scale
农业强
agriculture.
省
We will build our
实力
strength in
工业大省
agriculture and also the
首
food
先是要
industry.
扛牢
First, we
保
must
障
live
国
up
家
to the
粮食
political
安全的
responsibility
政
of
治责任。
ensuring national food security.
辽宁是全国13个
Liaoning is
粮
one
食
of
主
the
产省之
13
一
major grain-producing
粮食单
provinces
产
in China,
位居
with
全
a
国的前列。去年我们的
leading
粮食
grain
总
yield
产量达到
in the
了
country.
512.7亿斤，
Last
创
year,
历史的新高。
we set a new record of grain production at
提升粮食产能上，
51.27
我们
billion
将
jin
深入
last year.
实施粮食产能提升行动，
On improving
筑牢
grain
粮食安全
production,
根基。
we
我
will
们将严守
first hold the red line of arable land protection and build a solid foundation for food security.
增创
At the same time,
国
we
家
must increase
高标准
investment
农
and
田
raise
建
standards
设样板
and
示范
strive to become a national high standard farmland development demonstration
非土地的
province.
保护工程，
Implement black soil protection
更多的
projects
耕地
on a
建
category
成
basis
稳产田
and、develop
高
more
产田，
arable land
可以说
into stable production
种
and
子
high yield
是农业
fields.
的芯片。我们还要充
These
分发
are
挥
the
我
chips
省
of
的
agriculture.
农业科技优势，
We will
深入
harness
实施
the advantages
种
of
业
agricultural
振
science
兴
and
行动，
technology,
为
revitalize
粮
the
食安
seed
全
industry,
提供
and buttress
种源保
food
障。
security with
其
seed
次，我们
sources.
将积极践行大食物观，构建
Second,
多
we
元
will
化的
adopt a
食
greater
物
food
供给体系，
approach, build a
将
diversified food
农业
supply system,
建
and
成
build
大
agriculture
产业。
into a greater
辽
sector.
宁农业的特色优势啊，非常
Liaoning
明显。
has notable
刚才这位
advantage
记者朋
and
友提到
specialties
的
in
我
agriculture.
们丹
As
东
was
的
mentioned by
草
our
莓、
journalist,
大连
strawberries
的
from
樱桃、
Dandong, cherries from
盘锦
Dalian,
的
and
河蟹
crabs
等
from Panjin
这些啊，大家都非常熟
were
悉。
household
除此
names
之外，
to the
我们
Chinese
还
people.
有众多的特色
Besides
农产
these,
品，
we also have other
比如
agricultural
我们
specialties.
近海
For
资源
example,
十分丰富，
Liaoning is rich in
拥有
offshore
辽东湾、
bioresources,
海洋岛、
with two traditional
两大
fisheries of
传统的
Liaodong Bay and Haiyangdao,
海水养殖量居
ranking
全国的第4位。
fourth in the
还
amount
比如
of
我们辽南
mariculture
地
in
区的
China.
水果，
Another
辽
case
西
in
地
point
区的
are
杂粮，
fruits
辽
in
东
the
地
south,
区的
cereals in the
辽药
west,
六
and
宝
the 6 treasures
也
of
在
Liao
全
medicine
国
in the east
享有
of
盛誉。
Liaoning. These enjoy
再
high
比如
reputation throughout the
辽宁
country.
的涉丝蔬菜
We also
实
have
现了
green vegetables,
冬销北、夏
which
销
are
南，
sold in the north
全年生产，
in winter and
四季不
south
限
in。summer.
我们将
and produced
以特
year-round.
见长，以优取胜，
What we should do is focus
着力
on
开展
varieties
品牌培优、品
cultivation,
质提升，
quality
品牌打造，
improvement, brand building,
进一步做
and
精
seek
做大，
greater and
特色
refined
农产品产
development
业，
of agricultural
让老百姓
specialties
品尝到更多的辽品、辽味。
to make
我
more
们将着力
Liaoning products
延长
available to the
农
people.
业的产业链，
We will
提
also
升附
work
加
to
值，
extend the agricultural
培育一批
industrial chain and
龙头企业，
increase added value. We will cultivate a number of leading enterprises, develop a number of 100 billion yuan grade industrial clusters in the field of livestock, poultry, grain, oil, aquatic products, fruits, and vegetables, and form a constellation of 10 billion yuan grade leading companies and 100 billion grade clusters for the food industry to make full use of our specialty advantages and realize industrial development, agricultural strength, and prosperity of farmers.
谢谢主持人。人民日报记者提问。刚才介绍到辽宁在开展一老一幼服务、老旧小区改造等方面做了大量卓有成效的工作。想请问，在持续
It was mentioned that Liaoning has done a lot in providing care for the elderly and the children and renovating rundown urban and rural homes. What will Liaoning do more moving forward?
非常感谢您的民生情怀。
Thank you for your care and interest in livelihood issues. This is something very important. In recent years, focusing on the people's urgent needs and worries, we have come up with concrete measures and got real things done. We issued the implementation guidelines on further ensuring and improving people's livelihood in the 3-year action for new progress in the comprehensive revitalization of Liaoning, and formulated a list of practical steps, work to give the people a stronger sense of gain, happiness, and security. In 2023, the proportion of spending on people's livelihood took up 76.5% of Liaoning's general public expenditure. Moving forward, as we pursue high-quality development, we will also work to deliver for the people and improve their life so that people will live happier lives in comprehensive revitalization of Liaoning. First, better reassuring the people on housing. We will build in earnest affordable housing, enforce urban renewal, and create more quality living spaces. The province will renovate 4,600 kilometers of old pipelines, including 300 kilometers of natural gas pipelines, 1,500 kilometers of water supply pipelines, 1,500 kilometers of heating pipelines, and 1,300 kilometers of drainage pipelines. We will renovate 700 old residential areas and 4,463 buildings with a floor area of 18 million square meters, benefiting 256,000 households, so that their living spaces will be more comfortable. Second, better satisfying people's education needs. We will speed up building in a high-quality and balanced basic education service system with the coverage of inclusive kindergartens and high-quality specialized high schools, hitting 89.9% and 56.4% respectively, as well as full coverage of municipal special education resources centers. We will accelerate the high-quality and balanced development of compulsory education and urban-rural integration and expand high-quality specialized high schools to better satisfy students as well as parents with education. Third, better facilitating employment. We will deepen implementation of a series of actions to ensure and facilitate employment and promote revitalization. In 2024, Liaoning plans to release over 7 billion yuan in policy dividends on human resources and social security and issue loans in support of businesses and employment, and will help businesses resolve the gap of 700,000 unfilled posts, so as to move from having a job to finding a job fast to having a good job, finding jobs easily, and hassle-free employment immediately, so that job seekers are more sufficiently employed. Fourth, providing more heartwarming medical services to the people. We will align the medical service capacities with medical needs and expand quality medical resources and seek balanced regional distribution. In 2024, 100 key clinical specialties at provincial, municipal, and county levels will be added to create more heartwarming medical services. We will optimize outpatient procedures before, during, and after diagnosis, promote multidisciplinary diagnosis and treatment models, flexibly arrange outpatient hours, and establish one-stop service centers so that people's life and health is always protected by medical services. Fifth, better assuring the people with elderly care. We will steadily improve social insurance benefits and implement the universal insurance program. We will strengthen the building of community elderly care service networks in urban and rural areas, focus on elderly care at their doorstep, and create a 15-minute elderly care circle, and carry out home adaptations for 15,000 elderly households with special difficulties so that people can feel more assured about old age care. Thank you.
第三排这位女士。
谢谢主持人。总台央视记者提问。刚才李省长提到呢，要把优化营商环境作为
Governor Li mentioned that improving the business environment should be a preemptive and critical step for comprehensive revitalization. What specific considerations do you have for the next step? Thank you very much for your question. This is something that people across society care very much about. As we usually say, businesses create wealth and the government provides for an enabling environment. We have taken building a good business environment as a preemptive and critical step of our 3-year action for new progress in comprehensive revitalization. In a problem-oriented way, we pursued self-reform. The Provincial Party Committee carried out business environment inspections and oversaw rectification of problems in key areas. To improve the business environment, we start with the government itself. Credibility and rule of law are deemed as the cornerstone of good business environment. We carried out special rectification campaign for the government to fulfill its commitments, redressed credibility issues in government affairs, and oversaw the handling of a lot of business environment problems, as many as 117,000 cases. Confidence of the market, industries, and society was boosted. Enabling the people to get things done without pulling strings is a reassurance of fairness and justice for the people. We carried out a dedicated reform to this end and made it Liaoning's hallmark that things are done without connections and power is exercised for no personal gain. More than 900 preferential business policies can be enjoyed without application, benefiting more than 11 million businesses. And both businesses and the people can enjoy our policy benefits. Good things must be done well and done fast. On construction land approval, counties report directly to the provincial level, and modular review was introduced, reducing the time needed for clearance notably. To reduce the business cost from taxes and fees, the province cut and rebated tax and fees by more than 40 billion yuan last year. We have selected 35 high-frequency scenarios to implement one-stop services, reducing the average processing time by 62%. That will be expanded to 48 scenarios this year. Calls made by the citizens are opportunities for improving the business environment. The 12345 hotline has now become the customer service of our provincial government affairs and services. Starting from small opening scenarios and tendencies, we work to redress entrenched business environment issues. In 2023, the province's hotline has received 12.55 million cases, 99% of which were handled and closed. How is the business environment in Liaoning? Figures speak volumes. Last year, the business activity of Liaoning increased by 66.7%, up by 3.4 percentage points year-on-year. Paid investment increased by 16% year-on-year. Companies from home and abroad have cast a vote of confidence for Liaoning's business environment with their feet. Here in Liaoning, entrepreneurs can reach for the sky without worries. We will always have their back as their best partners. We also sincerely welcome friends from across society, including the media, to visit Liaoning. Your supervision and critique of Liaoning's business environment, as well as your valuable advice, are more than welcome. Thank you.
谢谢发言人凤凰卫视提问。
Dalian, Shenyang, and other cities in Liaoning are loved by tourists from all over the country. How to turn the attention into real attraction for the long-term development of culture and tourism industry to win tourists' hearts? Thank you for your question.
好，感谢你对辽宁文旅的关注。
Thank you for your attention for the tourism of Liaoning. Liaoning boasts its beautiful natural landscapes, cultural heritage, and hospitality.
这是我们辽宁山水林田湖草沙一应俱全。
Liaoning has a full range of mountains, water, forests, fields, lakes, grasslands, and deserts. All kinds of natural landscapes are beautiful in their own ways. We also have the Hongshan culture, Sanyan culture, Liaojing culture, Manchu culture. With a long history, the people of Liaoning are hospitable and value people-to-people bonds. We are making unremitting efforts to present the beauty of Liaoning for tourists at home and abroad. At the end of last year, the State Administration of Cultural Heritage announced the latest research results of the Chinese Civilization Exploration Project, confirming that the Liu Heliang site of Hongshan culture is the representative of the first stage of the ancient Chinese civilization, attracting tourists to visit Chaoyang. During the Spring Festival last year, people visited Liaoning, which is not too far, not too cold, and not too expensive, to play with the ice and snow, to enjoy the springs, to spend the Chinese New Year holiday. We have many new snow sorts, but it's not quite freezing cold, so our ice and snow tourism has been popular. In Shenyang, tourists visited Xiaoheyan to visit the morning market, buying products with a good price. They went to the station of Shenyang, visited the people-centered Bureau for Culture and Tourism. They visited the Shenyang Palace Museum, which is one of the only two existing palace Asian building complexes, to explore the historic sites before the Qing Dynasty. During the Spring Festival, Liaoning has received 40.866 million present times of tourists, and year-on-year increase of around 300%, and the revenue was 41.27 billion, and year-on-year increase of 572.7%. And this momentum continues since the spring of this year. The flower viewing, the bird viewing, once again went viral. People came to Liaoning to appreciate the flowers, the landscapes in the spring, and have a taste of the food with specialties to enjoy the folk culture. And later, in the future, we will continue to strengthen the integration of culture, sports, and tourism. And we will boost ice and snow tours, hot springs tours, ecological tours, ocean and island tours, revolution history tours, special food tours, and so on. We will provide more products which meet the demand of the market with regional features. Last but not least, we will continue to strengthen the integration of culture, sports, and tourism, as well as brand building, so as to upgrade the industry of culture, sports, and tourism, taking advantage of hosting the 40th National Winter Games themed with traveling with games, and will further enrich the holistic experience of tourism.
谢谢主持人。中国日报记者提问：我们知道今年夏季达沃斯论坛即将在辽宁大连举办，作为加强国际交流合作的重要平台，今年的论坛有哪些特点？作为东北亚的枢纽地带，下一步辽宁将如何打造对外开放新平台？
中国日报的这位记者，
I want to thank the friend from China Daily for your attention. This year's Summer Davos Forum will witness a gathering of more than 1,500 people from all over the world in Dalian. The number and prestige of guests at the Summer Davos in Dalian will also set new record. As we said, we will build Liaoning into a hub for open cooperation in Northeast Asia, working in collaboration with the Summer Davos Forum. We see this opportunity as highly compatible with our goal of building itself into a hub of open cooperation. The theme for the forum this year is New Frontier of Future Growth. That is also highly commensurate with our goal of building ourselves into a new frontier of opening up. Liaoning is situated at the heart of Northeast Asia and sits on both China's coast and border. It is home to geographical advantages of long coastline, port resources, and proximity to Japan, the ROK, Russia, and Mongolia, as well as a solid industrial base with a full range of industrial sectors and innovation resources of scientific education and talent. It is one of the provinces with the best DNA potential and vitality for openness. We will leverage our geographical, industrial, and production factor advantages and integrate ourselves deeper into Belt and Road cooperation and accelerate north and eastward opening up. We will carry out targeted investment promotion, enable the development of foreign trade, and provide better services for foreign ventures and export-oriented companies. Focusing on the Global 500 and leading enterprises at home and abroad, we aim to attract a number of good, large, and SRDI projects. Focusing on expanding foreign trade, we will tap into international exhibition opportunities at home and abroad and help enterprises go global. We will cultivate new forms of models of foreign trade, steadily expand and improve the export of passenger EVs, lithium-ion batteries, solar cells, and used cars, and also, at the same time, tap into new growth points such as cross-border e-commerce, overseas warehouses, entrepot trade, and bonded trade. We will speed up the building of the Northeast Land Sea Corridor, strive to create a national hub, Shenyang, for the China-Europe Railway Express, and steadily improve and expand its freight services as well as sea-rail combined transport. We will continue to upgrade the capacity of opening up platforms, implement 4 strategies, namely upgrading pilot free trade zones, innovating and improving development zones, empowering special customs supervision zones, and a synergy of platforms and carriers. With a global vision, nothing is unseen. I'm sure that as long as we open up with a strategic and global vision, synergize further investment, consumption, and export, promote the development of state-owned, private, and foreign enterprises alike, and attract more capital, technology, and talent into Liaoning, the province will embrace a more exciting voyage of revitalization and development. To conclude, taking this opportunity and through the media here today, I would like to extend an invitation to business people at home and abroad. Welcome to Liaoning. Join us in building a hub of open cooperation in Northeast Asia and share in the opportunity of the comprehensive revitalization of Northeast Asia. Thank you. Northeast China, thank you. I want to thank the governor and all vice governors and all friends for your participation. This concludes today's press conference. Thank you.